De minimis non curat lex. Law does not take note of trifles. Hello and welcome to Licit Elite. Today we are going to discuss section 24 and 25 of IPC, which talk about dishonestly and fraudulently. Dishonestly and fraudulently are usually confused as synonyms, but they have different meanings and uses in criminal law. तो चलिए देखते हैं कि उन दोनों का मीनिंग और डिफरेंस क्या है। सबसे पहले हम बात करेंगे सेक्शन 24 की, जो कि बता रहा है डिसऑनेस्टली क्या है। This section should be understood in conjunction with section 23 of Indian Penal Code. It has not been used in its popular significance and it does not involve an element of fraud or deceit always. एक पर्सन को डिसऑनेस्ट इंटेंशन रखता हुआ कब कहा जाता है? अगर वो एक प्रॉपर्टी को लेने में अपनी इंटेंशन जो है वो रॉन्गफुल मीन्स या रॉन्गफुल गेन के थ्रू रखता है, जैसा कि हमने सेक्शन 23 में पढ़ा था। So we will see what are the elements of dishonesty. Now, in order an act to be a dishonest act, there are some elements which are necessary. सबसे पहले we need to prove that some act has been done. And secondly, deceit is not an essential element of dishonesty. The act must be done to cause monetary, pecuniary wrongful gain or wrongful loss. In some instances, dishonesty may be done by innocence as an exception. Heading towards to section 25, it talks about fraudulently. A person is said to do a thing fraudulently if he does that thing with intent to defraud, but not otherwise. So, the fraudulent act of a person can cause loss to another or gain to another person. So, the important things in this section are that there must be deceit or intention to deceive, and either actual or possible injury has occurred. Fraudulently does not include the element of actual loss. It is enough that accused has aimed at an advantage by deception. यहाँ पर इंजरी ज़रूरी नहीं है कि पैकनरी लॉस ही हो, वो इकोनॉमिक लॉस हो सकता है और नॉन इकोनॉमिक लॉस भी हो सकता है. If we talk about elements, so the elements which are necessary for an act to be a fraudulent act are that एक पर्सन ने कुछ किया है और वो जो एक्ट की है उस पर्सन ने, दैट एक्ट मस्ट बी डन इंटेंडिंग टू defraud. Intent and injury are essential here. So deceit is a necessary ingredient of fraud. It is a non-economic or non-pecuniary loss. By construction, fraudulently excludes the elements of monetary or economic gain or loss. Now, innocence cannot be in fraud in any circumstance. Now, if we talk about the difference between the two, because to understand both of them, we need to know the difference between dishonestly and fraudulently. As discussed earlier, they are always taken as synonyms. So, the main factor in discriminating them is the level of punishment. Dishonestly is a non-cognizable one, whereas fraudulently is cognizable. If we talk about dishonestly, as we know and discussed earlier, that the meaning of this is that the dishonestly means having deviated from honesty, whereas an act is fraudulent if it is done with intent to defraud and not otherwise, means there can be no fraud unless there was an intention to defraud. There are differences in definitions also, because dishonestly talks about whoever does anything with the intention of causing wrongful gain to a person or wrongful loss to another person is said to do that thing dishonestly, whereas definition of fraudulently says a person is said to do a thing fraudulently if he does that thing with intent to defraud but not otherwise. And there are difference of intentions as well, because when we talk about dishonestly, the intention must be to cause wrongful gain or wrongful loss to a person, whereas in fraudulently, intention is to defraud other. In case of dishonestly, deceit is not an essential element, whereas in case of fraudulently, deceit is an essential element. When we talk about dishonestly, there must be some pecuniary gain or loss. But fraudulently says that pecuniary or economic gain or loss is not always important. Dishonesty may be by innocence, dishonestly and innocence may coincide. But in case of fraudulently, fraud and innocent can never overlap. Fraud itself is a deception. So, concludingly, as the greater includes the lesser, so we may say that an intent to deceive is included in an intent to defraud. Friends, that's all for the day. Thank you for listening patiently. Do not forget to like and subscribe our channel. Thank you.